We were born to be on camera, son. You ready?
Yo, what it do, YouTube? You here with your boy Said, and I'm here with your boy
Will the Speaker.
And
You are tuning in to Life Lessons with Sid and Will the Speaker.
You record my bro. We're gonna start with your bro.
Yeah. All praise to the Most High God, the Holy Spirit will walk, and that Son Yeshua Christ. First off, thank you, Lord, for allowing us to wake up today and protecting us. But also, thank you for allowing me and Sid to get to a point where we step out our comfort zone and start speaking about you. Yeah, we're not perfect. We're striving to be God-fearing men, but we're taking our situations and your word and help the world, tell them how to overcome things, how to stop certain things. Like I said again, we're not perfect. We're not trying to say that we are. We are sinners like everyone else. We're just trying to clean up our life while we have a chance and speaking to the masses and hoping, if it be your will, that it'll be positively helpful to the people out there. Amen.
Alright, so today topic gonna be on family, and we're gonna use some Bible verses to help us relate to the topic. So if y'all have the Bible, can y'all turn with us to 1 Corinthians chapter 11. We'll be reading verses 1 through 3. Give y'all a second to get there.
Like I said, from 11, 1 to 3.
Alright. 1 Corinthians.
Before we start, shout out to everybody that's been taking time out to watch our first video. That is a real blessing, and we're appreciative of that.
Yeah, shout out to my aunt Tammy, my uncle Johnny, my family and my grandmother and them, for everybody. Shout out to my mama and my dad, especially my dad, for supporting us, being our number one supporter. I love you. Appreciate you for that, Pops.
And also on my end, thank you for my grandma. She was really shocked that we were speaking. My aunties, and also some of my friends, and then people been commenting, letting us know, and also why it's on my mind. Shout out to Zach for giving us constructive criticism, how
on our first video.
Yeah, how we was all over the place. And I admit, that's how I really be. I be so everywhere, and I need to stop that. So that's why today we're going to take the constructive criticism and apply.
And stick to one subject today. So 1 Corinthians 11, verses 1 through 3. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember in all things and keep the ordinances. I hope I'm saying that right. As I delivered them to you. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and that the head of every man is Christ, and that the head of every woman is man, and that the head of Christ is God, which is meaning that the God rule over the man rule over the woman, and woman rule over the kids and stuff like that, basically. So our topic, we're gonna touch the subject about family, because it's crazy how we have the man to be the household. They say the man should be the household, the head of the household, but in today's life, as you know, we have them strayed so far away from the path of God to women they done voted for their own opinion to vote. They feel like that now that they make their own money, that they don't need a man, and they feel like that a man shouldn't be able to control them, which is in the Bible and the balance, that's how it was made. woman came from men, from a man's rib. God made woman from a man's rib. Man cannot function without the woman, and the woman can't function without the man. That's just as we touched on in this Bible, like the Bible verse says. So let me see how I can put this in a way for y'all to understand more. Cause I don't want to sound like I'm being being a hypocrite towards women, which is I'm not trying to come off as a hypocrite towards women. I'm just promoting the Bible and what it says that we should be doing as a family. That don't mean that the woman shouldn't have respect. That just means that the woman should have a certain role she should be playing, just as well as the woman. Men are loved conditionally. I'm gonna put it like that. We are only loved under the condition that we provide something, or we secure something, keep something protected, or if we can't provide and keep our family protected, then to them we are not a man. We're not doing our role. We're not playing our role as a man. So as men, we should expect the same thing from women. Like, women should keep up, make sure the house clean, make sure food on the table, make sure the bills and stuff all secured, and get paid for on time. But in today's life, the young women in the industry have put this music and this message into these young women's head that if they don't have their own bag, or if they don't have 2 or 3 men at one time, then they're doing something wrong. No, that's not the case. It's not the case at all. And we need to get back on the path to women playing their role in the family as well as us men. I feel like if we can get our women, we can uplift our women instead of cheating on them and abusing them and mistreating them in ways like that. Maybe we could keep our family together. But it's so hard today because, like I say, the music has a big influence on life today. And the music that is being put out in the world today, it's not good positive music, especially not for a family-based household. So what I need everybody to do today, I'm gonna need y'all to try to limit the sinful music you're listening to and put more gospel in it. That way, I feel like that'll help us in a lot of ways to keep our family builded and lifted and motivated. So basically what we want to do is, as a man, we want to uplift our women, as far as in doing what we supposed to. We want to uplift our women as far as not abusing them, not calling them out their name, not putting our hands on them as men. And maybe we could keep our families together. Because in this family-based community, the main thing that breaks up a happy home is a miserable person. You can't let someone on the outside looking in come into your life and try to tell you about your family. Because if you do that, then your family bound to break apart. You bound to argue with your woman about this. You let your homeboys put in your head, well man, your girl such and such and such and this and that. Don't listen to him, bro. Don't listen to him. You wanna take the time out with your spouse. You wanna sit down and y'all wanna talk about the things that y'all can work on in y'all relationship to make y'all family better and keep y'all family together.
Everything he just really spoke on is very real and factual. I agree to it. But I'm gonna go back to what he recently just said about, I will say, as far as like marriages or relationship these days, we don't, as a man or a woman in it, we don't take the time out to actually get to know that person. All we know, oh, they look good, I'm physically attracted to them and all that, or they got money. You don't know what their morals are. If they living for God, we don't care about none of that. Because like they said, that's quote unquote lame. And then going back to family, I feel like, yeah, it is the man's role to responsibility to provide, protect, but it's more than that. Where is the mind? Because most of the men these days, they just so struck on the street life or chasing dollars, but you're neglecting your children, you're neglecting your wife or your own girlfriend, whatever it is. You're neglecting your home and it's showing. Then we don't like to speak about it, but when it comes to that, you will have your girlfriend or your wife out here dressing really inappropriate, and you wonder why every time y'all go out, you got women side-eyeing her, looking her up and down like a piece of meat or something. Look how she coming out the dress, son. You supposed to have respect for yourself and your man to not come out the house like that. And the man should have enough sense to be like, oh, I'm not finna let my woman come out the house like that. And then also going back to the verses, 1 Corinthians 11. The man, he's the one that's supposed to bring that word of God in. The woman can, I'm not saying that, but it is the man's duty, since he's the head of the household, the woman and the children, to be that God-fearing example. Bring it in, instill it in your wife, instill it in your children. But the man, he have to be that prime example. You can't speak it. You got to practice what you preach. Your everyday life have to reflect it. And that's, I would say that we have to start really reflecting the person in the mirror and stop getting so stuck in our ways and sit back and reflect everyone in your household. Okay, am I messing up? Because I can't be perfect. Sit down and have this talk with your spouse. Sit down and have this talk with your children. What is really going on? That's another thing about family. We don't sit down and have real life conversations no more. We let the world really just get in our head, oh, that's how it's supposed to be, and just keep it like that. No. We need to sit back down and grow stronger again as a family. Because right now, families is not strong as they used to be. At this point, family is just a title. Or sometimes it gets to a point, family is only family when you giving them something or they can get something out of you. That's not how it's supposed to go. Yeah, we're supposed to help people. But if you're not trying to help yourself, it's almost like you just dependent on someone. You need to be out here trying to get it together yourself. It won't happen overnight. Like I said, it's a team effort. But you have to make that change. I need to become a better husband. I need to become a better wife. Or even for children, I need to start respecting my mom and father more. I need to become a better child. We all need to listen. We don't like to listen no more. Just as well as he brought out all that abusing each other, man be no woman or woman be no man. We don't supposed to have that. We're adults, mature. We're supposed to sit down and have these conversations without fists being thrown on each other. Have some sense.
And families, one thing that I want y'all to do, to start doing and try to do every day, is make a praying space, a praying room, where you and your family could just take 5 minutes out your day, go in there, clear your mind of everything, all the family problems, clear your head of social media, all these things. You want to clear your head of, you want to go in there, and you just want to pray. Just pray a good, genuine prayer. It don't have to be no longer than 2 or 3 minutes, as long as it's genuine and from the heart. And I have a thing I eat. I have one thing each that I want each of y'all to do as a family. For the husband, I want the husbands to start listening to your wife more. Cling to her needs. Not her wants, but to her needs. Cling to her needs. Listen to what she has to say. You know? And that should help a little bit in the relationship. And for my women, what I want y'all to do is stop listening to everything that the next woman or the next person has to say about your husband. Some of these things, some things may be true, some things may not be true. But what I want you to do is just stop listening to them. Especially if they don't have their own boyfriend or husband or wife or spouse. Because obviously there's a reason for that. And as kids, and for my kids, what I want y'all to do, I want y'all to start being obedient, more obedient. Like, when your mom and your dad ask you to do something, try not to talk back, just do it. You know, be respectful and do it. You will live longer. You will live longer as a person. You'll grow better as a person. And you will start to see a whole lot of more change in life. So that's our topic we was touching on. That's all I have to say about family. And those are the 3 things that I need y'all to do. And I don't know if my boy has something else he want to say or what.
How you doing? Oh, you good? We be speaking on YouTube, but you
We was
good.
just wrapping it up. And
Yeah, you good, man.
so,
I
come on.
Y'all video.
Well, thank y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see y'all next YouTube video.
You good now, man. It's all.